And the tail of the tape. Take a look at the difference in the leg reach. It's 2 inches, surprisingly, to Jason Zentgraf. Even though Harris looks the longer, he is an inch shorter. Zentgraf has 2 inches in the legs, 2.5 inches in the arms. Our experts fight gauge. Striking all Jason Zentgraf. Down game, Harris. Speed, Zentgraf. Strength, Harris. Endurance, Zentgraf. Intriguing matchup on paper. Harris says the fight will not go the distance. He says if it hits the ground, you'll see a grappling clinic. And it's going to be fast. It's going to be nasty. He also said, Pat, that Zentgraf could not stop his takedowns.
We shall find out, because that's, I think, what it's going to come down to is, can Luke Harris get those takedowns and get the work on the ground? Because if he doesn't, he better hope his striking game has improved immensely since the last time we saw him, or he could find himself in trouble.
Through the ropes goes Luke Harris. It is our co-main event, so let's go up to Alex Hindmarsh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is presented by Jobosity, your online source for jobs. 3 rounds in the MFC middleweight division. Your referee is Vern Gorman. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, standing at 6'3" tall, weighing in at 185.4 pounds, with a record of 7 wins, 1 loss, fighting out of Missoula, Montana, Jason the Savage Zentgraf. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, standing at 6'2" tall, weighing in at 185.6 pounds, with a record of 9 wins, 2 losses, fighting out of Edmonton, Alberta, Luke Hayabusa Harris.
All right, gentlemen, you're both aware of the rules. Remember to listen to my commands at all times. Remember to protect yourself at all times. Fight clean, fight hard, touch them up, come out of my command.
Vern Gorman with the final instructions for our co-main event. The closing odds on this one, Jason Zentgraf the favorite at minus 185. The comeback on Luke Harris at plus 155. Wrestler versus judoka.
Fight, are you ready?
Both men saying they want to stand and trade. You can already see Zentgraf trying to hook behind that very stiff guard of Harris. Harris looking for a judo hip toss, and he gets it. Beautiful work from Luke Harris.
Nice little headlock going here. He's got to keep that arm trapped. Zentgraf got that arm. He needs to lock his hands here so his arm doesn't get in trouble.
Zentgraf is deceptively strong. Is he strong enough, though, to get out of the vice-like grips of Luke Harris?
Got to get that right arm down underneath himself so that he can come out the back door. If you can't get that free, you're stuck there.
Trying to cover the top of his head as Harris looks to crack down on the noggin with that left hand.
Long arm of Zentgraf reaching around there. Luke Harris being smart, understands that's one of the escapes from a headlock. He got that foot the heck out of there. Nice job by Zentgraf.
So Zentgraf survives the first submission attempt of the fight. Where does Harris go from here, Pat?
Well, Harris needs to get his left leg free. You can see how he scooped that leg. You do that so when they break their legs to post that left foot to turn you over, you've got control of it and you stop him from posting, but he didn't feel that he needed to and he can get the leg out anyway. Pretty good balance. Inching up to the mount. Yep.
Cuts the hip in from side control here. Goes Luke Harris. 1 minute 50 down of the opening round, set for 3 of our co-main event.
See how Luke's settling his weight back on the hips of Zentgraf so he can't bump him out of there. Real good way of being very heavy on top of somebody. Looking to trap that arm. Stepping over that head so he can trap an arm. Nice neck crank.
Zentgraf could be done here. He taps out. Luke Harris via submission in the first round, and he brings the house down.
Showed a lot of power, expertise on the ground. As we said, Zentgraf's a good blue belt. Now you just saw a good black belt go to work on top of it. Nasty neck crank there, and combined with a choke because he suffocated him by putting his shoulder over his nose and mouth. Here's that beautiful throw, set him up. You can see Zentgraf stepped around into position for that throw. Not a lot of guys will hit a headlock in MMA because they're worried about giving up his back, but obviously Luke Harris, very talented guy on the ground. Nasty neck crank, showing a lot of power there, locking that up.
Elated Luke Harris. The judo throw set up the beginning of the end for Jason Zentgraf. You may not think a lot of the judo throws, but I remember good friend Guy Mesger telling me, he goes, I judo throw you on the carpet, you're going to hospital. I judo throw you on the street, you're going to the morgue.
Absolutely.
Never
No, judo guys have some sick throws. You've got to get your hips real low so they don't throw you. Get in trouble real quick with those guys.
Alex Hindmarch to enter it into the history books as a first-round submission win, taking Luke Harris's record to 10-2. Jason Zentgraf 7-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Van Gorman stops this bout at 2 minutes 21 seconds of round number 1 after Jason Zentgraf taps out due to neck crank choke. The winner of this match is Luke Harris.
Jason Grigger is going to grab a hold of Luke Harris here. The Hayabusa Harris fans in the audience turned out in their droves, as always. And now Jason Grigger has Luke Harris.
Well, Luke, dominating performance. You took control right from the get-go, 3 seconds in, took him down. Just talk about it. Obviously, you executed the game plan perfectly.
Oh, man, that's who we train every day. Drysdale Jiu-Jitsu and Hayabusa Training Center.
Now, neck cranks, not something we see very often. Just talk us through how that came about.
Well, basically, I bait that one a lot. I look for a key lock on the far side. He turns towards me to defend. He's doing the right thing, but it opens his neck up.
Now, it looks like you almost have a bite mark on your bicep. Is that a bite mark? What is that?
I think I was just squeezing his neck pretty hard and probably got his mouth guard in there. He's a tough kid, man. Props to him, and that kid is the future for sure.
How important was this win for you? Bouncing back, you mentioned beforehand you wanted to have a big win in the hometown.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, last fight I had a bit of a speed bump. I won 9 in a row before that by submission. And I'm just going to keep going. Love fighting here in the MFC. And I mean, got a great team behind me, these guys over here. So incredible. I just want to dedicate this fight to a good friend of mine who passed away, Scott Edwards. Man, this is for you. He's the guy who introduced me to jiu-jitsu. And Scott, I love you, man.
Excellent fight, Michael. Pat, back to you.
Congratulations indeed to Hayabusa Luke Harris. He goes 10-2.